Yo, what's this yellow box around my screen? What's up, Abrizi? What's up? Ameer. Good morning, my brother. Good morning, Rohan Trade. What's up, my man? I was trying to set up the TikTok, but it doesn't look like it's gonna work today, so we're here. The yellow box, by the way. Okay, so I taped my chair. I'm gonna have to retape it again because it messed up. At least I have some support for this stream. Okay, it's a tricky day, guys. Let me just tell the Discord that we're live. You're trading futures today. They tricky day. How is this? But I'll tell you guys my game plan. Boom. What's up, Wang? Glad you came back, my brother. Okay. DJ, what's up, my man? Okay, we'll wait for some more people to join before I talk about what I'm looking for. For starters, we might be very choppy. That's something to consider. 15 minutes tomorrow is not a big deal. Good morning, Drub. What's up, man? Richard, Bessam, what's up, everybody? Yo, I'm glad you guys came back. The game plan for today. You know what? I'm curious. I'm gonna ask you guys what you guys are, and then I'm gonna explain my game plan. Before I influence anybody, I'm gonna do a poll. What's up, Elise? Elise. I'm gonna call you Hamid. What's up, my brother? All right. Before I go over the game plan, I'm curious what you guys think. I'm gonna do a poll. I'm doing a poll. You're bearish for the moment. I'm gonna do a poll, and I'm gonna tell you guys what I think. And it's okay if we think different things. Like you don't have to change. You don't have to change your thing or whatever. I'm just curious what you guys. 8 green days, time to consolidate. Possible. Yeah, very possible. Okay, that's a good assumption. I've marked out these levels. It's possible as well. Okay, I don't know how this poll thing works. I don't know if it's gonna just show me. Oh, I see. So, wow, we're about 50-50. I don't know how many people answered. Oh, 20 votes. Okay, that's pretty good. So it's about 50-50 right now is what I see. So I'm also 50-50. With NWAG, new week opening gap. It's just, you use it as an imbalance. It's very strong drawn liquidity. I'll explain everything I marked out on my chart. So we were pretty early today, so we have time. So if we were to continue higher, right, where could we continue to? So I've marked out the monthly low wick, right? So that's the monthly low wick. And then that would be the smallest place, which would also be like this volume imbalance high, which we have not traded to. We just fell short about one tick. So the volume imbalance high and the monthly wick low. We have the weekly fair value gap, which is right here on the weekly chart. Just the fair value gap marked out there. We have the daily fair value gap, which is right here. And then we have the consequent encroachment of the monthly wick. And then obviously all-time highs. And we have this short-term high here, but like. So that's where we can possibly go. If we were to go lower, right, we have this volume imbalance here, which is just a new week opening gap. And we have this low of the week. So If we're going to go lower, I'd probably expect this low of the week to get taken and at least tap into NWAG. If we were to go higher, I would expect at least the weekly fair value gap. So what do I expect? It's obviously been very bullish, but this is the tricky part. This is the tricky part because we have an SMT right here now in a premium array. So things get tricky. So I'm personally just like my hunch is maybe that's just me because I'm in stock positions and I want to see the Nasdaq go higher. But I would want to see price go up, and the reason being is I don't think it's simply going up for just this short-term high. I'd want to see like at least the weekly imbalance. Because if you're looking at the weekly chart, you'd probably want to see it go into the weekly imbalance. It looks like it's going towards the weekly imbalance, and then from there, maybe we get if we're gonna get a reversal, it would be from there, right? So that's one thing to consider. However, the other thing to consider is Monday expanded into a premium array, so there's a good chance Tuesday like goes the other way. But we could also have a midweek reversal, which is what I'm leaning towards more because I think the drawn liquidity is at least this weekly fair value gap. So we can remove out this monthly wick low. Let's focus on the weekly fair value gap here. I think price is gonna come into the weekly fair value gap. It's been expanding, strong 1 week. SMTs at the lows, like all the way here or intraday. I know there's SMT here. I haven't looked intraday. I haven't even looked intraday chart yet. So I'm just giving you guys my daily chart because I think it's fair to have a daily bias. You don't have to have daily bias every day. But today I think it's fair to assume the daily chart is trading towards this weekly fair value gap, right? And then we can mark this out as a weekly fair value gap high. WW, my man, what's up, brother? So let's mark this out as the weekly FEG high. Yo, I'm curious, do you guys get ads when you're watching my stuff or no? Okay, so we are gonna now drop down to the intraday charts. Go down to the 4 hour, what do we see? Okay, those are pretty nice equal lows. Can't lie about that. Relative equal lows. No ads? Oh, okay, cool. Um, August 18th, no ads? Okay, okay, cool. Because I didn't know. I actually did not know. So we have the new week opening gap here. We have this 4 hour fair value gap here. Interesting. You got ad blocker, so you don't know? Okay. Okay, so I like this 4 hour fair value gap. There is another thing to consider. If you're gonna go short, I guess it would be like the week. It's not a nice run short in my opinion. We already swept out the buy side though. That's a strong high. 2 a.m. Took out the like this could just be an open high low close candle. Yeah. Like, I'm leaning towards long. I feel like the drawn liquidity is higher. I feel like the drawn liquidity is higher. Like towards the weekly fact, which no indicator, brother. I do it myself. So if you guys don't know, we have some time. So new day opening gap and new week opening gap equals so the price close at 1659 to the price open. I'm gonna type it in chat right now. That's the NDOG NWAG. So new week opening gap is one that happens over the new week, right? So Sunday, like it'll be Friday 6:59 and Sunday 18 o'clock, right? On the every other day of the week, it would just be like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Those are the new days and then the new week. You should mark them. How do you see previous new? You gotta go mark it, brother. I don't have it marked because it's pretty low down here, so I'm not really interested. I don't think it's gonna trade there. Okay, so like we could come in. There's a couple scenarios here, right? And that's why it's not the most high probability. So we're gonna focus more on the intraday charts. But for example, if we do come up into here, we could expand in Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, and then reverse from there. ES would be taking probably all-time highs in that scenario, which I'm leaning towards happening. For us to come up here and not bump up all-time highs is pretty hard to believe. But we don't have to just go Tuesday, Wednesday, right? And what we could do is Tuesday goes lower into the new week opening gap volume imbalance, and then we go higher. That's another possibility, right? So, because we have another fair value gap right here. If I'm not mistaken, this is a fair value gap. I guess you would just mark the body. I guess it's just a volume imbalance. So I guess we'll see. Intraday, we're looking at this 4-hour fair value gap, right? We're gonna mark out the consequent encroachment, and if we can see price respect, notice how I'm including the volume imbalance on both sides, so we can get the accurate level of 50%. So I'm just gonna extend this right. You guys need to just remember that this, and it's gonna be very faint because I don't want it to be too eye thing. But this is the 4-hour fair value gap right now. This is the 1-hour fair value gap. So I guess in hindsight we can mark that too. But let's just focus on the 4-hour. I mean, I guess let's just do the 1-hour. The 1-hour fair value gap. It's a lot of displacement to the downside after putting in a strong high, right? That's your midnight opening price. We're gonna look at the RTH gap once it forms. Yeah, we have 1 more minute. All right, drop down to my favorite time frame, 15-minute time frame. Let's see what we got here. Let's just mark up. Okay, so ES hasn't even taken out sell side or the hourly imbalance. So let's mark out the sell side here. I think we just took it out. Equal lows. I do like this fair value gap. That work could possibly be respecting it. Getting a little confusing because now there's like multiple fair value gaps. Let's focus on the hourly for now. I mean, listen, the only way we can look for no news today, maybe no big moves. Yeah, that's a possibility, but I still think we're gonna. I still think we're gonna. I mean, not a huge move, but I'm leaning towards long. Even if we were to take short, I would need some confirmations though. So maybe if we get like an SMT inside this, we're gonna wait for more information. Okay, let me end this poll because I just realized it's there. We're gonna wait for more information. And there's your RTH gap. Let's mark it out. So RTH gap, we're just gonna mark it out with, so where we, what are the 1 minute time frames where we stopped trading. So we stopped trading right here. Where we started trading, we opened right there. Let's mark this out with, let's do like a blue. So we just, you guys need to remember that this blue box, how to determine intraday PD arrays? Mitigation block right there. What about CRC formula? Would you consider that? No, I would never consider that. Right now, I'm focused on this 15-minute fair value gap and the RTH gap. So what would I want to see? ES just took out the sell side, but fell short of the hourly fair value gap and the 15 minutes. So I wouldn't even be considering any longs yet. If we inverse this, then maybe I could consider a long. Is Tanya model similar to yours? I don't know. So just remember this blue gap is the RTH gap. And if we put a 50% line through, right, we can see how price reacts to it, right? Looks like we're going to close above, trade above to the high of it. So just make sure I drew it correctly. Where we stopped trading, where we started, okay. And that is your 15-minute fair value gap. Darker. Okay. I guess the blue is not the best color. Let's just do like purple. Let's do red. Okay. So what's happening so far? Let's go back to ETH. So what are we looking at? So we're looking at price. We're looking at this N dog, right? If we inverse this 15-minute fair value gap, I could potentially consider longs. Open. I know we put in a high, but we're inside this 15-minute fair value gap right now. And you know what? Just to make things simpler, we're just gonna put a purple line here and say RTH high. I don't like the double boxes. Okay. So we're almost at the regular trading hours high. RTH low. So what do I think about NDOG? It's really good. You should Annotate it on your chart or write it down on a notepad and keep in mind the levels. Look at that. Perfect. We tapped in the RTH gap. Let's make the RTH orange. Okay. So we're watching. What am I looking for? Honestly, I don't know yet. So we're just going to wait and see. I need some more information if I'm being honest. Um, Getting really big candlesticks on. If we get this inverse, that's a fair assumption of higher prices. Our low would be 927. So we just tapped into the RTH high, one tick below the new day opening gap low. We're looking at this 15-minute time frame. We did take out this sell side here. ES has not tapped into a fair value gap. Not the hourly, not the 15-minute fair value gap, which is right here, or the hourly, which is the same level. So be a little more patient. See if it does want to come into there. What should I watch from ICT? Depends what level you are at, my brother. There we tapped into the new day opening gap. Let's look at the 1-minute time frame, see how these candles go. So there's your inversion. We're trading all the way up to midnight at this point. So yeah, we have an SMT right here. Yeah, 100%. This is an SMT. I guess we can mark it up. I didn't want to, I guess we'll just make it red. This is an SMT 100%. But for me, it's a no trade because watch the blue can transformation. Yeah, watch the 2022 mentorship. That's what you need to watch. Best thing you can watch. When you have SMT at the lows and the highs, then you have low probability conditions, my brother. Or you fade one if you're bullish. Like you would just fade. Like is your SMT at the highs right now, for example? Is that right? For me, for example, if there was SMT at the highs right now, I wouldn't care because for one, price just came down, took out sell side into the RTH low in the 15-minute fair value gap, and there's SMT there. For me, that's high probability. If there's SMT at the highs right now, I'm expecting them to get run later. Yeah, that's 100. That's SMT. That's just 100% SMT. Because look at the 1-minute time frame. At the 1-minute time frame, it's a swing low, right? The 15-minute time frame, it's just a fair value gap. But I still want to see. I mean, what would I have to see? Like I have to see the. I need a higher time frame PD rate to frame my trade off of, right? So I need to confirm this inversion. So what could happen here? Let's see. We could come back in. Look at that. We tapped into the new day opening gap low. If it closes above, it could probably come up and take out maybe these relative equal highs. Starting to reprice like ICT's 2024. Could come down, touch the regular trading hours high, but you wouldn't want to see it close below. I guess it could come back all the way here. You wouldn't want to see it close below here. Now, if we mark out the OTE of that range, the price reacts to the regular trading hours high, tapped in. Thing is, I can't just take a short simply because we had displacement. I mean, if this formed after 9:30, but this is 9:27, we started expanding from 9:30. I can't just take that, you know? That's not my model. So even though we were kind of expecting this, and the setup is nice, it's just the timing's off. 9:27, that's not for me. All right, I like that sell side raid. I like that raid. I like how we left this SMT here. You know what? Let's mark the SMT on ES so it's more clear. Ooh, quickly, let me look at my stocks. What are we doing with Nvidia? Tesla's up, Nvidia's down, Roku. Okay. Not much happening. Okay. Okay. Look at that. Rejected off the regular trading hours high. Closed back above new day opening gap. Took out that high. We're not gonna get any fear of missing out. We're not gonna get anything like that. It's a really nice wick off the RTH low. It's just not enough for me. Especially because, I mean, there was no even entry P rate really. Look at that. We took the high, came back, tapped into the regular trading hours high. Just after taking these highs right here, I'd probably expect to pull back lower now. But let's see how we close. So we closed above. We closed below the new day opening gap, so I'd probably expect it to go lower, right? You can mark out this. I'm just reading the candles right now, guys. 50% of this wick. Let's see how it reacts. Look, this is 859 to 865. So what is that? 6 points. I'm gonna show you guys something cool. If this candle goes higher, I'll show you something cool that ICT taught. So what would I want to see about a long here? So a couple options. Either we tap into this inversion and we give a displacement higher. That's option one. Option two is I wait until 10, right? 1, 2, I guess it'd be 10:15. And if we formed a 50-minute fair value gap, retap in, then we look for our long there. Projected off that wick really nicely. If you get a close below the regular trading hours high, you could probably expect to move lower. No close above, nothing. We still no long for us, guys. And especially because look, we're wicking this 50-minute fair value gap here too, which is a premium array. Over there. A couple of things we can target here, like this volume imbalance, these relative equal highs. These highs are nice too. Like we could probably take all those up. When does price occur due to swing? Whenever price runs against you, against your bias. I mean, obviously you have the power of hindsight, but if you have a bias, you're bullish, and pricing goes lower, that is a Judas swing. If price is gonna go up in the day and it goes down, that's a Judas. Usually it occurs at 9:30 because there's an injection of volatility. But sometimes you can have, right? Let's say I'm bullish right now, so we manipulated higher. What do I want to see now? A manipulation lower because I'm bullish. So I still want to see a Judas swing lower. That'll get people thinking it's a lower day, and then I take the highs. But that doesn't have to happen. But that's what I would want to see. Nothing's tradable here so far. If anyone took a trade, I guess you could have taken a market buy on this inversion. That's not my style though. If you just think about it like this, guys. Think about it like this. If you were in a long right now, just out of curiosity, if you were in a long, what would you be targeting slash how would you feel? I'll tell you how if I was in a long right now, I would not feel good because I feel like price could very well have a deep retracement here into this fair value gap. Right, this is the first fair value gap 930, by the way. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. First fair value gap 930. We could definitely have a deep retracement if I was in a long, and that could possibly even be like stop loss hit, right? Alternatively, if I was looking for targets, I'd probably expect like this high. These are all relatively equal, so I'd probably put my TP here. Maybe we dig into there. But honestly, what I want to see is I want to see them leave those highs, come back, make a fake swing low, make a fake move lower, and then come up for these highs, and then these highs that are put in now as well. That's what I would want to see, but that's only because I want to be a participant, right? If that doesn't happen, then it is what it is. Price is below midnight. Price is still below midnight, yeah, and below 8:30. We got to close above new day opening gap high, so. And looks like we are running for those highs. So let's see how high we go. So yeah, so like I said, if we take out, listen, if we take out the high of day, I'm no longer even interested. That's just no trade for me. Unlucky. If we come back to the inversion, or if we form a 15-minute bullish, 15-minute bullish fair value gap, right? We can look for silver bullet here, 5-minute fair value gap too. I need to see lower. I need to see manipulation lower. How much money is your membership? I don't have a membership. Oh, on YouTube? I just did it because they keep sending me notifications. It doesn't actually do anything. So I don't know. It's like a dollar. It's like, it should be like the cheapest one. So I think it's a dollar or two, $1.99 or something Canadian. But there's no there. I don't even know. I have to like. They keep messaging me on YouTube. I get notifications like finish setting up your YouTube studio. Finish set up your YouTube. So I just put it just so I put the cheapest one. I don't know if it does anything. I think you get an emoji next to your name, and I think I said like thank you like that. Like usually they give, like some people do like perks, like for example like oh enter like a private Telegram or I don't know like first response. I don't want to do it like that. I feel like that's like I don't want to like be like oh this guy's a member so I'm gonna focus on him. I don't even have that many people so like just a greedy thing to do in my opinion. But you have an emoji next to your name. Like you'd have my logo, so I don't know if you want the logo, I guess. But it doesn't really matter. I just want to make money through trading. So okay, so we have taken out these highs. Oh no, we didn't actually. About this high, and we had a strong reaction off midnight opening, back into the new day opening gap. You can see how much time we're spending here. So that could be a short right there, but not for me. Maybe for someone else who has a model with new day opening gap and midnight. I don't know, but that could be a short and no short because there is no fair value gap. We did tap into the inversion though. Come on, let me be. Very choppy. There's definitely no trade for us right now. So I'm glad that we're sitting on the sideline. I'm glad I'm not in a trade right now because I wouldn't be confident either way, to be honest. I would be more confident in a short right now, personally. I don't want to see price go lower, but I'm still leaning towards longs on the day, but we need more information. Um, Nvidia's down, Tesla's up 350, Roku 62.3. I really need to monitor these stock positions. Also, do we get stopped out on Euro GBP? No, we did not, but it's not looking good. It looks like we're gonna go deeper into the weekly fair value gap. Where did I enter? We still have this order block. My stop loss is the low of this order block. We expected 50%, so I guess we'll see if it holds. We disrespected the hourly fair value gap though. So, let's see. I guess we'll see. Okay. Failure to take out that high, 50% of the SWIC. That's a rejection block as well. So let's see if that rejection block holds. Ooh, 15-minute candle close. That's what I'm saying. Like, if we like, just do whatever now, and then we come into the 50-minute fair value gap, that would be my long, assuming it's in a discount, which I believe it is. Yeah, so if we got a long inside this 15-minute fair value gap, I'm okay with that. Or if we happen to get into this inversion and got like a really nice displacement that I'm showing it's gonna actually hold. Alternatively, if we come back, sweep out sell side, form SMT. If we come down and take out this low and there's no SMT, I can't trade that because that's too probability that it might just keep going. But I wouldn't mind the 15-minute fair value gap forming here. The thing is, if we start taking out these highs, I'm no longer interested as much. At least I should say. I really want to see these highs left open for me. Obviously, we have these higher time frame objectives, but still leaning towards the longs. But like I said, we went over the daily chart together, right? And that's all the things that I was considering. Took out that candle's high. Doesn't look like we're gonna. I feel like we're gonna have a big move lower. I don't know. I feel like we're gonna just move down a lot. Maybe we wait until 10. We should also mark out the 950 macro. There is a 5-minute fair value gap, but like it's tempting to take that 5-minute fair value gap. I can't lie, because these highs are just so clean. Like they're all gonna get. I feel like all of these are getting taken today. I would mark this out as buy side liquidity. Mark that out with a green line just so you guys know what I'm referring to. I feel like we get a move lower. Like maybe even the 930 gap. I feel like around 950 macro or 10, we come into this 930 gap. I can't really see that being kept open. So I mean, we're rejecting. We took out that high, but it's just so choppy, right? I kind of want to find my trade in the 950 macro as well. So I have to see. I want to see these longs, but maybe we'll use the 5 minute fair value gap. Is there a 10 minute fair value gap? We formed in on the for the macro. So maybe we can play this 10 minute fair value gap for the macro purposes. You guys know about the 10 minute fair value gap, huh? What do you guys know about the 10 minute fair value gap? Nothing. Mine with the 5 minute. Yeah, I actually really like this because it would be perfect. It'll form on the macro. We tap in. If we take out these highs first, then taking longs is not possible. I have to not get fear of missing out. If we get no retracement, then that's just it is what it is, you know? Your midnight open, that's your buy side. I'm gonna watch this because there is no trade for here us, no trade for us here right now. Unless you're bearish. If you're bearish, this is probably what you want to see. 7 a.m. high. Oh, that was the SMT Sergio was talking about. Yeah. So like I said, if you were bullish, you'd expect that SMT to just break. We are gonna form an SMT at the 7 a.m. high, or oh, look at that. We fell short one tick. Interesting. Think we go up and get it? Or do we come back? Just gonna sit here in the 5 minute and just watch for now because there's no trade. We can mark out this SMT. 10 minute fair value gap has formed. Seven AM range high. Yep. These are all relative equal highs. It's very beautiful. Going short from 7 AM high. If you're bearish, sure. I'm not bearish though. So I wouldn't. 2024. 2024 focuses on targeting relative equal highs. So your 2024 model would literally be right here. Like this is beautiful. You closed above the regular trading hours high, right? And then you have your new day opening gap. Well, there's your fair value gap. A little bit lower. You enter right there. I wouldn't have done it. Or you enter on the new day opening gap high or low. As soon as you close above, you enter on the there and you target the relative equal high. That's kind of the model he's been kind of teaching. Kind of. Not fully. There's more to it, but that would be the 2024 thing you're looking for. But I'm not bearish. I wouldn't. It's not just shorting relative equal highs. It's targeting relative equal highs and relative equal lows. So there's been some damage here, right? We have nice relative equal lows here and here, although this one swept the others. They're still nice and kind of smooth. Not really actually, but here you have relative equal lows. Institutional order flow entry, Joe. But you wouldn't take it because you're in a premium. We're gonna wait. It's 950 macro. I want to see does this SMT break? Do we get a pullback into 10 a.m.? It would be nice. Right here would be nice, but don't think we're gonna get it. So we're just gonna have to wait. It's all good. Sometimes no trade. Let's see. We're still forming the 15-minute fair value gap, so we could get a second stage distribution towards the high of day, and then maybe leave runners. There it is. Do we take out the buy side? Is the question. You might have S&T at the daily highs, 5 days. So let's look how price reacted here. So it was pretty choppy, but notice how we never closed below back into the regular trading hours gap. We never closed back. We just respected it every single time. And then once we got back in to the new day opening gap, we never closed below the low. Very nice. We put in a fair value gap, tapped into the volume imbalance, one more time into the low. Boom, expansion. Look at this. You see this wick? Boom. What is that? Perfect delivery? Perfect, almost. Two, what is that? One tick. Not even a full point, a tick. But what do you do when you see markets going one side and you're unable to look for trailing value started? Do you feel regret? You get a little bit of fear of missing out, right? Like you kind of feel like, oh, like I feel it too, you know? Like I was like, damn, like I kind of saw this happening, but I wasn't able to participate. But you just gotta learn to be okay with it, man, because it's gonna happen, right? The only thing what you need to do is recognize that being able to sit here and read price and learn a lesson, or be right for the cost of nothing, right? Like I didn't lose any money doing this. I'm learning for free right now. You need to just take that, cherish it, cherish the fact you stick to your model. And that's it, bro. You just got to be happy with it. Wait, was it 15 minutes for back? Oh, there's a 15-minute there. You just got to be happy with it, brother. Looks like we're coming for the high day. Like we said, this was gonna happen, right? There was just no setup for me. Why was there no setup? There's none. There's no higher time frame Peter attack. We literally expanded. Now I understand. Hey, if you trade before 9:30, you won that long now. Nice, brother. Gonna end the day. I would end the day there too. I mean, I would leave a runner, but if you already closed, that would end the day at the time market running one sided. Yeah, it's sad, bro. It is sad, especially when you called it out. Like we said, we were looking for this to happen, right? We saw this SMT. It was really nice, and we could have framed a model here on new day opening gap, but I didn't like how choppy it was. I didn't like how we left the 9:30 for value gap open. You could have went long at the moment. Yeah, you could have. You 100% could have went long here. If that's your model, go for it. That's not me though. You see my models right here. Higher time frame PD rate. Do I really care about this 1 minute for value gap? Not really. Right? I think it's a fair assumption that we easily could have came back into here. Now unless even ES didn't. So I feel like, yeah, I feel that, like, damn, we missed it. But if every time you miss it and you're like, how could I have participated? And you're looking for things that are outside your scope or model, I know my model didn't form here. I know. So I don't have to be like, how could I have gotten in? That's toxic, bro. If you do that every single time, you're gonna start taking trades that are not gonna play out in your favor. We have an S&T at the daily high. So let's see if we get that pullback, right? Yeah, I feel like we easily could have done that, right? We didn't. We were just so bullish, and we didn't. We respected the RTH high, but that's fine. No model, no trade. For me, even that 5 minute, I was skeptical about it because really I should be using 10, 15 hourly, 4 hour. And obviously we have this, right, 4 hour for value gap, which I know, but that's out of my time window. So that's no model. We tapped in here at 927 and expanded. Okay, what if we went a little bit lower to the consequent encroachment? Like that could have happened. I'm not gonna long this. There isn't even this good setup here. Like if it pulled back, even if it retraced, like I would never take a 930 for value gap. It's too early for my liking. But let's see what happens here. Day's not done. It's only 9:57, right? If we did come back into a 50-minute fair value gap, like this one, yeah, I would not mind longing. It would be in a discount if we got a nice setup inside. Potential second stage distribution. It would be a pretty deep retracement, but like I said, we had these higher time frame objectives. And I'm also chilling because I'm in some Nasdaq stock positions. Why is the video red, bro? Fuck you. Apple. Apple near all time. I gotta set up alerts on my phone so I don't. Oh, Google. Nah, still more to go. All right, let's see. Are we gonna just go right through the S&P? Also do the standard deviations of this leg. So it looks like we're probably gonna just take it out because I would have seen a reaction right away. We didn't really get a reaction right away. We just entered a buy model. All right, down close candle supporting price. So simple. I'd be in no trade day, and that is fine. It is what it is. It is what it is. Glad we were right about what formed. Just formed a little bit early, you know. Had this right here happened at 9:30 or after 9:30, like 9:45, put in this low, yeah, I would love that, right? SMT at the RTH low respected inside the. There's actually a 4 hour fair value gap here, but let's just mark the 150 minute to for just whatever. And we got the SMT in there. ES more stronger, so obviously ES took out the high. That's a beautiful setup right there. That's a beautiful setup. But no, there isn't really any entry PD raise here, anyways. Like nothing really formed here that I could take. It didn't need to manipulate any lower, and that's fine. So we're gonna sit here and wait. Let's see. Do we end up taking the high? Do we retrace to the 15? We are gonna have nice relative equal highs there. Bitcoin 51,000. Let's look at some forex. What's happening with Euro GBP? We inversed it and now we're rejecting off the XY. Looks very bearish. Euro USD. How we come to that high? I mean, it would make sense. Gold all-time highs trading. There's literally no way you can trade that. You can trade silver though, or you can trade takes trades on gold. Looking for silver. Broke out of the daily fair value gap there finally. Relative equal highs. Price probably at least coming to here. 62.7. All right. 10 a.m. My brothers. How deep can 10 a.m. go? Let's see. What are you looking for? If NQ takes this high, I'm really not as interested. But regardless, what I'm doing now is simply waiting for this 15-minute fair value gap to play, or this one that forms, and we're gonna go from there. It wouldn't need to be. It would need to be this one right here, and it's got to be in a discount, right? I'm not looking to enter a swing. What's RTH? It's the gap that forms from 9:30 to 16:30. So when it's the regular trading hours. So RTH stands for regular trading hours. Um, how do I explain it? Regular trading hours is 9:30 to 4 p.m. So if you click here, RTH, you can see this gap, 1 minute time frame. See that gap right there? This is 16:14. Where did we stop trading at 16:14? Right there. Where did we start trading the next day at 9:30? Right there. That's gap. You mark the body and not the. Yeah, you gotta mark the close and the open. Okay. Looks like we're seeing a move lower. That's good. I kind of need to see. There's a 10-minute fair value gap right there. That's the 5 minute. That's your silver bullet window, I think, but it's in a premium, so I wouldn't take that. I would need it really to come down here if I'm gonna take a trade. Quickly monitor ES. 15-minute fair value gap on ES. Now that we have these relative equal highs, I know it's SMT, but there are also relative equal highs. We kind of need to mark out. So let's come here. Let's remove midnight opening. Let's get midnight opening. Let's go to the 10-minute time frame and just mark out this specific low. Oh, did we tap in that volume? No, we did not. So let's mark out that low. Let's mark out this objective here, which would be the minimum I would expect for today. Because I'm bullish, right? If I'm not going to take high day and you're bullish, you're really not that bullish. Okay, let's see. So this line is a 10-minute fair value gap. That green box is a 15-minute fair value gap. I know it's a little bit confusing. but I shall mark it out because that's how I like to trade. So 10-minute fair value gap right here. If we get an SMT there, that's enough for me. What is that? 951? 951. I'm happy to take that below midnight opening, right? But I got to be cautious because, right, we had the new day opening gap. We could come into new day opening gap, touch the low, touch the high, maybe touch RTH high, 15-minute fair value gap. So, you know what? Let's do it like this. Oh, it's a volume imbalance. That's why. Let's just mark out those two lines. Seems a lot better. So that's your 10-minute fair value gap. And we could reject off the 5-minute, but it's still too much for me. That's no trade for me. I guess for ES we don't have any markings, so let's just keep up the 10-minute fair value gap there. 15-minute. Just sit here and wait. I think we should come in, but let's see. Tapped into there. See if we go lower. If I was in longs right now, I wouldn't be that confident. Let's see what happens. We're looking for the 15-minute fair value gap. Ideally the 15-minute. We can also look for like the discount of this range, which see how it lines up really nicely right there? I would really want to tag right there. That would be nice. And we can also look at the OTE just out of curiosity. So OTE lines up with the new day opening gap low. That would be a nice entry. If we could engineer some highs, go lower into the 15-minute fair value gap. And obviously get a setup there. And we have those relative equal highs that they just left. So anyone who's short right now, we could come back up and run them. Anyone who's still long, trail their stopped out. I think the narrative's pretty good. Drawn liquidity's obviously there and then potentially higher. I wouldn't enter off the 15-minute fair value gap though. I wouldn't do it like that. No, I would just wait. I would wait for one lower time frame confirmation, right? So if we, for example, enter the 15-minute fair value gap, let's say there's SMT, and we get a fair value gap on the 1 minute. Well, there's my stop loss right there. The SMT. ES probably tapping. Yep, it's closer. We're watching both. I guess we can mark this up for anyone who. Nope, no trade. But we could potentially get something here if we do come into this discounted range. We target these lower resistance, not lower resistance liquidity. We also have something else on our favor, which is the 10 a.m. power of 3. We open 10 a.m. right here. It would be really nice to see, right, 10 a.m. continue lower into a key level. Like that would be really nice for our trade because the 10 a.m. we're expecting a bullish candle. So, but we really do need to come into here. I don't like that we fell short there. We should have continued lower. Notice how I'm not chasing the retracement. Like I like that. I feel like the old me would short this and be like, oh yeah, we're probably gonna come into here to retrace. That's just not my trade. I do something like this. It's not even good RR anyways. Gotta keep in mind the 5-minute, right? No volume balance. 5-minute close inside. I'd expect that low to get taken. At least give me a discount. There's your premium and discount. Is there too much markings, guys? Let's move midnight opening because we know midnight opening's there. Purple. That looks a little cleaner. Yeah, we're gonna have an SMT right here, so maybe But let's see if we can get down there. Otherwise, no trade. I like how we engineered these lows. Anyone who's trailed stopped that high, they just got stopped out. We don't know if anyone did. I'm sure somebody did out there. That one guy just got stopped out. Reject off this wick. Look at this wick as well. Really nice. This wick. Not much is happening. The macro is about to finish. I like how patient we were though. Let's see. Interesting. I'm looking for a long, but I need price to come down here. Right? I don't want to take a long in a premium. Even so, I want to use a higher time frame PD rate to frame my trade. So I guess the 50-minute immediate rebalance is a possibility, but we didn't even trade there. I'd want to see price come into the 15-minute volume imbalance or the 15-minute fair 10-minute fair value gap. So basically, I mark them out right here. And if it doesn't, then we're going to sit on the sidelines. And I still think it'll go up, but it doesn't mean we're going to trade it. It's that simple. Oh, I should do this. That's so much nicer for the eyes. Just like dotted lines, you don't even have to pay attention. I mean, still the SMT is there, but it should have went lower already. So, oh well, there it is. I guess maybe, hopefully, go lower. Don't stop. Don't stop believing. Don't. So we're gonna be taking our long most likely. Remember I said this. 15-minute open low high close. The 15-minute I'm talking about is 10:15 to 10:30. Okay, we're inside the 10-minute fair value gap. That is 9:51 low taken. You know retard? I have no idea what that is. So we possible long here, but we gotta see. I'm hoping it does this digs lower. I really do hope it does just does dig lower. Just does dig lower. Does that I hope it just digs lower. But if not, and we get the change state of delivery here, we can take that long and we'll take it on NQ. Stop loss, it'll be this low if we form a chain of state of delivery or an inversion. I want to see it come here first. I'll show the trade I take. I mean, you can do whatever you want with that information. Just know it's up to you to do whatever you want. Someone could entry off that wick right there. I like that SMT. SMT is actually here. But I still want to see it go lower. Yeah, yeah. Get in there. Get in there. Okay, we just officially entered a discounted range. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Perfect. So now we can remove all this mumbo. Mark out the 50-minute fair value gap. Frame our trade. Can we get into the end dog? Let's see. Stop loss looks like equal. This is what we want to see. Can we touch the end dog high right? Dodge, I want to say it like that. Can we touch the end dog high right there? We just tapped into the 50-minute fair value gap low, so let's mark that out. I mean the thing high. Remember what I said, guys. I said the next 15-minute candle, open low, high close. Holy shit. That's a serious dump. How low could we go? We could come all the way into here. Yeah, wow. We could come all the way into the 930 gap. Oh shit, yes. Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Nah, this is beautiful. Hold on. I really like this. But I need to see a this is crazy. I've never seen this one. I mean I have, but damn, we just take out sell side? Damn, bruh. We just He just went. Okay. Shitty. All right. So what are we looking at right now? Very crucial. Very crucial. I'm bullish. This is a Judas swing for me. I need to see a confirmation that this is going to go up. I can't simply turtle soup this. I need a confirmation that this is going to reverse. Any trades? Not yet. But I like this long. I really like this long. 930 gap. Always plays. I like it. I need to see some confirmation though. If we form a bullish fair value gap, literally anything. It doesn't need to go any lower than this. I could just turtle soup buy this. How much points is that? 15 points. My mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yes. All right. I'm gonna wait for a fair value gap. My mind is telling me just market buy, stop loss at that low, but I'm gonna wait. I'm hovering by, guys. I'm ready. Sometimes I change it, but it's pretty rare. If something convinced me otherwise that we were gonna go lower, I would have. All right, guys, we're gonna buy this. I'm in longs, guys. How many? How many? Damn, I got slipped on my account so hard. Whatever. Okay, we're in longs. I believe the turtle soup. If I want to see this inverse, right now my stop loss is here, and then we'll re-enter if anything. How many points? Okay, guys, 28 points. What's 28 times 2? 50. So this is our max risk. Yeah, we got max risk on this trade. So what do I want to? What the fuck just happened? I want to see an inversion here. I want to see an inversion. I want to see a close above regular trading hours high. Might be a quick SL, boys. You took that short? Nice, bro. Damn, might be a quick stop loss, guys. Maybe a little too aggressive entry. Your SL's wrong. I like it here though. The SMT. Because I think if it takes out this low, there's a good chance it just comes out and takes out this low. So that's why I put it there. Let's see. Let us see. I'd want to see a close above this candle. Rejection from this wick. Yeah, probably stopped out. We're out. We're out, guys. How much loss was that? 214. We can allow ourselves one trade with one micro. If we get a breaker here, guys, we're gonna re-enter long. We're gonna re-enter long. 2 micros. The S&P is still valid. We'd have to see a close above this high. As soon as we get a close above this high, we're gonna go long 2 micros. I guess, man, you know, we went for the turtle soup, aggressive entry. We got stopped out. It is what it is. We believed in the idea. 19178. 19718. Possible. We might not have a re-entry here, but let's see. It would have to go up right now. Literally this next candle. This is 1015. Put in a low. That was nice right there, but let's see. That might be our only trade, just one loss. Yeah, they're right. There was no confirmation. Besides this, the fair value gap close above, which is what I was framing it off of. But you're right. This is permissible trading. This is, for me, this was the confirmation. The SMT and that respecting the 1 minute fair value gap there. That's what I used. But we didn't form anything after that, which is usually what I wait for. But I wanted to get a nice low risk entry there. But let's see. If we take out the sell side and we get the breaker, low, high, low, low, high, we'll take the breaker re-entry, and that'll be the last trade. If we don't get a breaker block right after taking this low, or right now from RTH low, then no trade, and we're done. So that was minus 215 on that one, guys. So we're pretty much back to where we were yesterday. I'd have to see a close above here, and we'll go long one more time. Let's see if we get like a 15-second fair value gap. See. You gotta hold shift, my brother. You gotta, as soon as you click shift, boom, go straight. Yes, as well. Yep, just hold down shift. Simple. Looking at the 15-second, just out of curiosity, we did form a 15-second bullish fair value gap there. Not you good, bro. We're gonna re-enter if we get a breaker here. Stop loss will be at the breaker low. I like this, but we do a low risk again. No confirmation. Let's wait for the breaker this time. Hold on. We're basically expecting this hourly candle to flip. I see VXSS too high. No trade or short for me. We'll see. We'll see. We shall see. You know what? I can journal this right now. Hold on. Where was my entry? It was right here. I got a really bad fill. I thought I was going to continue. And then I could maybe even add one at the inversion. But here, let me put this in. I can screenshot this now from my journal. The 1 minute fair value gap we entered right here. All right, let's see. Forming a little SMT right here, but still 30 seconds to the candle. Enter again longs. If it forms a breaker block, we will try again longs with half risk. So we'll be risking 100 on the next trade. And if we lose that, we will be down 300 on the day. And we'll be done for the day. If it does form though, I really do think it'll play out, but who am I to say? Really nice standard deviation leg too. We have a little SMT right now here. So a close above these, right? Low, high, higher, low, higher, high. That would be a mitigation right there. A close above there, that's good enough for me. Close above there is good enough for me. 15-second inversion just formed. All right. We're going to give this a try, my brothers. We're going to give this a try. The 15-second inversion fair value gap, and then looking for the close above here. If we fail to close above here, I mean, we got a really tight stop on this, so let's see. $20 points to around 120. So let's see. Got the close above. That's your mitigation. Shouldn't go below there. All right, let's see. Last trade of the day, guys. Can we make up for the aggressive entry from before? Or do we just take a big fat loss, journal, and go swim and be sad? Find out. Stay tuned. So far, good reaction. Mitigation block. Data stated delivery. Lines up nicely. What do I want to see? I'd want to see this inverse. And close. Do you think the small dump because of NVIDIA caused this? No. I think it's just simply a Judas swing, brother. Failed to trip people out. Short. And yeah. Look how we respected the RTH low right there too. It's really nice, huh? So far, looks good. But I really need to see a push above those highs. Let's remove these markings. Except the RTH high. Can we get a close above the regular trading hours high? I like this fair value gap that we formed. I can't really mark it out though. Okay, so we entered off the chain of state of delivery there. So you can see how it tapped back in to the chain of state delivery. We do have a bullish fair value gap right here, so I guess we can mark that out. All right, stop loss at the low. But if we inverse this fair value gap, there's a good chance I'll close. So that's your fair value gap. I want to see that remain unfilled. Ideally, if we form another one right there, that's a really good sign. And then we have this fair value gap right here. If we can close above the 50%, which is also the regular trading hours gap high, org, that would be really nice. That's what we're looking for. We haven't even taken out this high. Right, let's see how this reacts off this low. We should see a quick reaction. Otherwise, it's definitely going to be SL. We have our standard deviations marked out. It lines up really nicely over there. So let's see how this plays. A little bit of drawdown right now, but it's fine. This is all permissible trading. I'm looking at the body, right? Seeing where this body closes. This is your order block. So let's see. Let's draw a green box there. 50% of these bodies, you don't want to see it respected. Doesn't look good right now. You're entering too fast? You're entering too fast, bro. I don't need your advice, respectfully. So body close above 50%, but looks like we're forming a bearish fair value gap. So I'd want to see that close. It's nice equal highs on ES. Nice equal highs on ES. 1937. Looks like it's a SL, buddies. Are you demo? Nope, this is live. Trading online live right here. Looks like this might be the last one. Let's see. We took out that short-term low. Our stop is right here. We could have just been wrong, you know? We could have just bumped up the high there and then come lower. I like what happened here. That move higher was a 5-minute fair value gap, I just realized. Oh, no, actually, we didn't even tap into the 5-minute. Let's see. It's not a good reaction right here. We would have to inverse this, but we tapped into RTH low one more time. Very close to that low. Oh, actually, I got stopped out on my account. Okay, we're done. We're out. We're done for the day, guys. 2 L's on the day. So we're probably just wrong. You trade no news? Yep. If it forms. So where did we enter this? Right here, pretty much. All right. This is going to go in the journal as well. Let's mark out the chain of state delivery there. DPP, DPY breakdown. Got you, my brother. DPP, JPY. Where was that trading last time I looked? Oh, Euro DVP looks good. JPP, JPY. Weekly. Damn. Do you suggest trading no new days? Depends on your model. Depends on your model. Also depends on the time. Like, we've had pretty volatile days so far. With the same narrative. Yeah, it is what it is. It's okay. We'll win tomorrow. I wonder if this still plays out though. So we'll keep watching. I guess the hourly candle. We ended up breaking the SMT. That's interesting. JBP, JPY. It looks pretty bearish. I mean, the monthly didn't take out the low. We're tracing on the weekly. It looks pretty bearish, but I wouldn't really look for shorts on here. Unless you got like 4-hour confirmation, but like it's pretty far in a premium. If we had like a 4-hour, well, that's nice actually. 4-hour confirmation. The shorts look really nice. I mean, I'm looking swing position, right? The shorts do look nice off the 4 hour, but it could definitely go higher into a premium first. Whatever has SMT, look if there's an SMT here. If so, that kind of negates that whole idea. We're gonna watch the NAS here and see while I journal, and I'll show you guys the journal after. Um, we're gonna see if we were just wrong or the timing was off or what it was. Let's see. So we have the 4 hour here. I thought it looked really good. We took out the sell side. So we just took out the sell side. Let's put this in the journal, guys. 2024. 0820. So the accounts, we're at 400 on each account now. So account calendar, orange folder. What time was that? It's like orange folder at, oh, it's yellow folder at 1:35. So I'll show you guys the journal after I finish, just so I can put it in trade duration. The first trade, I entered right here. I stopped out right after. It's 2 minutes. Second trade was also like 2 minutes. Target risk to reward. We're aiming for like 3.76. But we would have probably had more runners after that, but that's fine. I wonder if this plays out. Target RR was 3.8, and the actual risk of the first trade, right, it was like 22. 212 we lost on the first trade. 212. Net P&L on the day or that trade was negative 212. I wonder if top step back, does it show you? Come on, just let me in. I guess the setup here, if this plays out, that's gonna be really sad. But I won't be able to take it. Did ES give a setup too? Yeah, we didn't take that high. I wonder. We got the inversion here. That would have been really clean. Anyways, show my chart execution. So the first trade took 4 micros, lost 50. Second trade was 815, 837. So that's 15 plus 7, 22. 22 times 2 was 22 to. Yeah, you can do that. But we didn't inverse. Doesn't look good. Pretty choppy. Maybe macro. But I think I'm definitely done for today. Because this is where I'd probably accept that I might just be wrong. Could have waited for the sell side raid. But it's just kind of shitty how it formed pretty nicely. Rejected off RTH low, rejected off the 1 minute fair value gap with SMT at the lows. But yeah, maybe we're just not going lower. I guess maybe one thing we could have looked at was the fair value gap on ES. But even ES tapped in at 1018. So what time was 1018 here? So I guess we took our first long before ES entered the key level. So I mean that will go in the journal for sure. Let me put that in there. We'll just have to entry PD rate was a fair value. Confluences we had RTH low, SMT, and I believe that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's all the confirmations we had there. The SMT, the 1 minute fair value gap here, and then the higher time frame was a 15-minute fair value gap. Narrative. Bullish higher time frame and expecting 10 a.m. open low high close. Yeah, could be wrong. We saw a sharp move lower at 10 a.m. Discount. Something we should know is that ES did take out high of day and there was SMT. ES did take out high of day, left SMT, and relative equal highs for NQ, which is what I was longing. Should have risked less on that first trade. Nothing's really happening right now. Maybe the macro will deliver, but we inverted the 15, so yeah, ES did take those highs, but for me, I was still bullish. Came back into here, so maybe we go higher from here. It's possible. If we did get it set up, I'd take it only on my combines. A lot of chop though. High, low, lower high, higher high. I mean higher low, higher high. Could potentially see a nice thing there if you got the change to delivery and then the inversion here as well. But so nice off the RTH low as well. Rejected like so nicely. Like 1, 2, 3 touches and then boom, setup. Failed. Okay. Trade management. There was no trade management there. Observations. What were my observations? 1. 10 a.m. moved very aggressive. Moved very. Oh, we also had no macro there. Just 10 a.m. move aggressive. High time frame PD ray. What else did I observe here? Hmm. Do we change our bias? Well, I don't think you can now. In my opinion, you would have probably been targeting like already here. Would I change my bias? I mean, I'm not trading anymore today, but what would I expect? Hmm. Did we just touch the? What would I expect? Do I think this is gonna flip? I don't know. It's a good question. It could. It could flip, but I'm still personally thinking that we go higher. I could be wrong. Either way, I'm not gonna trade it, so I have the power to learn from hindsight, personally. But I wouldn't flip my bias just yet. You know what I think the mistake really was is once ES took that high, I should have just been not interested. I think that's what it was. That's like the main thing. So we're talking about SMT, FEG, BR, macro. Yeah, that was a really nice short. You're right. That was a really nice short. Breaker, then perfectly. Very nice. Very nice short. Yep, from 2020 model right at 10 a.m. Entered with SMT right there. And at the highs. I don't know what if. Oh, I guess the buy side, right? Yeah. Yeah. I guess we were wrong, guys. We were wrong today. That's okay. That's one of the better reasons for me to lose, in my personal opinion. So we'll have to look at the daily chart. I mean, I guess we're rejecting off the volume imbalance and then the short-term high. We go lower and then maybe later in the week go higher. I guess we'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to see. Probably short of the weekly fair value gaps. I still think we have more higher in general, but let's see. We still have the 4-hour imbalance. Like this could have just been the wrong session buys, but we could still. Did you analyze Euro USD? It's gonna go up, take that high. Where is Euro? No Euro. Supposed to be there. I think it's gonna go up and take that high, right? Yeah. It's already expanding. I mean, it's very, very bullish. So much, like all this order flow is still already bullish. Like it's respecting the bare minimum, right? We tapped into the high, the fair value gap there. Shorting would be hard. I mean, that's what you would want to see. Like if I was bearish today, this would have been probably A plus. This is exactly what I would have wanted to see if I was bearish, right? 930 Judas swing, stops at the macro, SMT, and reverse the entire move. That's exactly what I would have wanted to see if I was bearish. So I think I should have maybe like I don't want to say change my bias. Like I was waiting for price to come down here the whole time, right? To look for a long. Didn't really consider the shorts. Like I should have noticed that like wait a minute, if I was bearish, that's an A plus setup. Taking high of day. You'd have these nice kind of lows. Yeah, I guess, but that is a hard short. Like look at that. We had that huge wick. Like I pretty much expected this. I think it's honestly, I think it's good either way. We really could have just came down here and then went up. And if we didn't have that SMT, that's kind of what messed us up too. We had a nice SMT at the exact level like we wanted, so it is what it is, you know. It's not a bad one. We did over risk though, kinda. Like I followed my risk parameters, but we risked like the max I'm allowed to risk per day. So we're gonna have to eat this one, guys. We're gonna have to eat it and suck it up. NQ 2022 setup. Yeah, right here. It was really nice. Yeah, we'll put that into the journal. That the move was a really nice short. Okay, let's finish journaling. Oh. Okay, what do we have here? So, you long US 30 got stopped. Me too, brother. You planning any content for this week? I don't have anything planned to be honest. I have like some video ideas, but I don't know which one to post. I was thinking to do like opening prices. How I use the opening prices in my model. Post all. Like I still have to record them. I just have the ideas and like it's all planned out. Like I could record them in one sitting easily, but I need to maybe I'll make a psychology video. Maybe later. I'll do that one later. Yeah. Okay, let's look at the let's finish this journaling. I think the main thing is after ES took that high, I should have been like, that's not a good trade. GG. Let's see, that's the first high I took. Entry one. Yeah, rejection of the RTH, the SMT, the fair value gap. Really nice. Yeah, it was really nice. There is one thing though. That aggressive entry I took, let me show you, was right here. If I was gonna take it, I should have taken it right here. Like if I really thought this was gonna be the low, I shouldn't have waited another like what 10 points, because then it truly would have been a low risk buy, and it would have been okay if I got stopped. What should I got stopped right here? We had another SMT, microstructure shift, fair value gap. I guess no inversion. Failure swing to that high. Then we respected it. Not really, I guess. Shall go in the journal. We shall study. I mean, well, the main thing was we were just wrong. So regardless of how we entered or whatever, we were wrong about the narrative. That was the main thing. Let me put that. We were wrong about the narrative. It was a sell day. This is gonna keep going lower probably. Like we're tracing it, maybe go lower. Sell day slash sell session, I guess we can say. In India, people do YouTube live. They have to start based on 100K plus an average point is no one ever shows live execution. No one shows profit or loss. They only sell. Yeah, man. Sell classes. Yeah. I mean, yo, you're gonna lose. It's gonna happen, right? It's gonna happen. People just don't show them. They just show their wins. I'm just here to show my journey. I don't really care. I could lose the next 100 trades. It just means I'm gonna have to work a lot harder. But we should be good. We've been doing pretty good recently. We're still up on the accounts, right? No need to threat. That was a pretty big loss. Like that was a max loss. Just just at my like comfort zone, like minus 350 on each account. So minus 350. We're still plus 400, right? We're still chilling, right? One good win and we're more than back. But now I'm starting to get those emotions where it's like I kind of feel like I want a good win more. Let me put that in my journal. But we'll get an FE. Yo, there's no rush. There's no rush. There's no rush. It'll come. I'll show you guys the journal. Look at that delivery. Isn't that nice? I will show you guys the journal. It's almost done. Punching towards the line. It's kind of amazing. Capital, they would trade with 100 USD. This is epic shit. Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you, my brother. Question is, how deep into the 4 hour do we go? Do we respect consequent encroachment? Do we just keep going lower? Ugh. I don't know, 1 hour breaker block. High, low, higher, high, lower, low. Bearish breaker. I guess. Of this range, we pretty much just tapped into a discount, kind of, on ES with hourly fair value gap here. Maybe 1046 macro. We see a move higher, low, high, lower, low, higher, high, breaker onto hourly fair value gap. But it's not nice. Like any trade long now is really not nice. I mean, we have lower distance liquidity. Like, cause this hourly candle is not gonna inverse, right? It's possible lunch reverses. Like, we're gonna have to come back at the end of the day and just see what happens. Like, I don't think this is something I should trade. I think this is just something I should just journal and just see like what happened, right? Like if we get the move higher we wanted now, like that's just kind of, I don't want to say weird, but Like that's just it is what it is, you know. Like if we I'm saying if we ended up being right, the bullish breaker with your fair value gap, I would never take this, especially not after two losses. But I wonder. We'll keep watching and just see what happens. Even an S&T there. We could just be retracing right into the 5 minute or the 15 minute. Okay. So I think we're done the journal on this chart. It was a short set of asset one. Every asset is expanding. What do you mean asset? Like every pair or like is it like expanding lower? We're pretty bearish. Are you talking about right now like reversing? It's possible. It's possible we reverse. It's unlikely that it happens. Can I see your journal? Yes, sir, you can. Are you in the Discord? Because I post every single journal entry in the Discord, but as soon as I'm done, I guess I can show it here on this screen while we watch the charts. So I'm just going to put in my model explaining the trade I took. So narrative, drawn liquidity was high of day, and I'll just say the weekly fair value gap. Expecting another buy day. So basically, we were like, if we won that trade, we would have had very good profits there. Because below midnight opening, and we're bullish, expecting high day to get taken, would have been really nice. But let's see. I'm gonna just say the M15 FUG. But really, there was a 4-hour FUG in play there. I'll put it in brackets. 8-4 FUG was in play. And then time, we had 10 a.m. 5-3 slash open low high close on our side. And for confirmation, it was M1 FUG expected plus SMT. That was it for that trade, right? Yeah, that was literally it. I'll put in brackets, no PD array form. This was basically turtle soup. Basically turtle soup plus for the first trade. Okay, this one, the second trade, I need to go back and journal. So we shall do this. Value gap. Let's don't need to put a value gap. Let's just put this. The S&T was still there. All right, this was the trade that we took. The second one, standard deviations. SMT was there, right? We formed a bullish fair value gap, but that was before the trade. The trade I took was off this mitigation. High, low, lower, high, lower, low, higher, high. That's your mitigation. Canada, yes, Canada is really expensive right now. It's so bad. It's so bad. Taxes are so high. Everything is so high. This was the second trade we took. Um, anything else I want to mark out here? Do you pay taxes on your payouts? I haven't made enough payouts. I only had 3 payouts, so I haven't paid any taxes yet. But hopefully I start. Well, hopefully not. I mean, I'm gonna have to, but hopefully we start. If that makes sense. So that was the mitigation there. What do you feel? Where did made mistake? Oh man, I don't know. I think it's just inflation, man. Everything is so expensive here. Houses are so low. You can get like you guys the house market here. I don't know where you guys live and if it's any different, but Over here, the house market is so bad. For like $1 million, you would get like a shit house, like terrible, like broken walls, like 1 bedroom, like you get the worst house for 1 million Canadian dollars, bro, which is like 800,000 US dollars, or like more, like 900,000 US dollars, and you get a shitty house. You can't even get a house with 900,000. Realistically, it'll probably be like a townhome. Relative equal highs here is really nice. Unlucky, we were just wrong, I guess. Shift to Dubai? Yeah. I mean, shoot, I'll move. I mean, that's the plan. I would love to, but I need some more money. So we're trading and we're gonna make it happen, you know? You thought it was less expensive. Toronto, yeah, Toronto's bad. Toronto's really bad. It's hard here. Definitely hard. Even gas is expensive. Why don't build one? Build one. Bro, what money you think I can just build a house, bro? I have to buy the land, buy the people. I mean, it would probably save money maybe in the long run. Um, Build one is crazy though, bro. I mean, what do I look like, Bob the Builder, bro? I'm just trying to make money trading, bro. Can't build a house. I'd have to pay someone to build it. Okay, trade two, pretty similar. This time though, we had a CISD. We entered off a mitigation block, and we had CISD. We had RTH low in play. We had the fair value gap form and SMT still. Inversing 5 minute. Yeah, I mean, yo, if it reverses here, it is what it is. Simply wrong, which is fine. Who knows? Do I think we're wrong? Yeah, I think we're wrong. I think it's probably not gonna. I don't think it's gonna take out the high of day. If it does, that'll be an interesting one for the journal. I've taken trades like this where they played out. This one, not this one. This was an aggressive entry. This entry is fine, but I'll tell you the mistake here. I entered on the second candle. I should have entered on the first one. I should have entered right here. And that makes the aggressive entry better because it's 14 points stop loss instead of what it ended up being, which was like 28. So that was the mistake on the first rate. Should have entered on the first. So I'll put that in the journal actually too, because so that turtle soup entry. I hesitated and got a worse fill. I should have just did it properly on the first candle. If I was gonna do it, I should have just done it right there, that close. But I did it on this close, and it was actually this wick. So what the hell is CHF GBP? Is this position in profit right now? I don't know. At SMT, Monday 10 a.m. Oh, it is. I don't know. Maybe we go higher. Bye, brother. What's happening with NQ? Build to inverse. Gotta look at ES. I think ES just had a really high up fair value gap. We respected 50% on ES perfectly. It's probably going to continue lower. Macro is going to deliver lower in versus 1 minute, most likely, in my opinion. Back into the 15-minute consequent encroachment as well. Okay. Journaling does help. Observations. Not really many observations on the second trade, really. None really on the second trade. I guess we're gonna say the short setup was a plus. If If I was bearish, I guess if I saw like the daily volume bounce holding, Monday manipulation, Tuesday expansion, potentially Monday manipulation. Today. We'll have to check back at end of day. I'm curious what's gonna happen today. Whatever it is, we're gonna learn. How much did we lose on the next trade? It was like minus 140, right? Because the first trade was minus 215, 210, plus 350, 140. So risk was minus 40. Target RR. I mean, it was pretty good target RR, but right, we entered long run. That candle's low. 19, 4.7 was the target. Would have been nice, but all good. Trade duration was also 2 minutes, so we lost very quickly. Lost economic calendar. I don't know, it was like whatever, yellow folder, nothing really. Model breakdown. So thing I did high temperature. Yes. 10 a.m. power MD. So MD north plus SMT. Mitigation plus and CFP. This time there was no trade management. Comments pretty much the same as trade one. Could have risked less. Could have risked less on both trades. So we risked 15%. Yup. All right. Journal's in. So $3.76. Oh, I did it the wrong way. Okay, so that's done. Minus 350 on the accounts. We're gonna sit here and tape read now. Let's see. Wow, so Tesla was up 5, went down 2. Stocks are definitely doing what the industries are following. So hourly candle closed. It did close above the fair value gap on the hourly. The hourly fair value gap tapped into this. I wonder if there's an SMT there. No, there isn't. Yeah, it could go higher from here, but probably goes lower. Well, I guess we'll see. I'll stay. I mean, it's already 11. It's not much to see. Maybe I'll just go swimming. I feel like the urge to like make up those wins. Not today. I won't trade today, but like next time. Let's just say hypothetically where we risked 200 and make 3R. I mean, yo, yeah, like we're honestly chilling. Like our average trades are like more than like 3, 4, like are really good wins with runners. So we could literally just take one trade, normal risk. Stupid chair, man. Take one trade, normal risk. If we hit like 3R, 4R, we're more than fine. I have to retape it. It's so annoying, man. Can't even have a good chair. Gotta lean like this. Okay, I'm curious to see if this hourly holds, but the your SMT. So I guess in terms of the daily chart, where did ES trade to? Like I don't want to say looks random, but I think we just got caught up in an intraday fluctuation. Still think we're gonna go up. If we took that high and we went back above, I feel like that was a pretty good sign that we were gonna continue higher. But I guess not. Yeah, part of me, I still think we're gonna go higher. To be honest, maybe it happens in the PM. Maybe I'm just wrong, but I feel like it makes sense. I mean, we could take previous days low pretty far, and it's pretty far. I don't know. Does anyone have any questions? Because I think I'm gonna go make breakfast and watch some 2024 mentorship. I didn't finish the live stream from yesterday. Because I could stay here and read these candles, but it's lunch. No more trades. Right now, I just see this fair value gap play, but I'd probably expect it to still go lower, to be honest. This lines up with previous day low, so we could just get continuation into lunch. That looks pretty clean, if you ask me. There's a decent chance that that's what happens. The good news is, you took a trade today. 2 losses today, brother. 2 losses today. Total of like minus 50 points. I think instead of the points, I should just say like how much we're losing and gaining. Nah, we'll say points. So how much did we lose today? It was like 40 points. A couple micros. So we were just wrong today, you know? I thought price was gonna come up. The setup for short was really nice. No, can't lie. Like this, what happened right here at the point of reversal was really nice. But Portugal was on the wrong side. I really thought we were gonna continue higher. Part of me still does, but it looks like we're going lower. Any problem with everything before to take shit because you're streaming, bro? Take your time. No, I don't think that's a problem. I follow my model. I don't regret any of the trades I took. I would take them all again. This entry was aggressive, but that's fine. I believed in the idea. The only thing is I hesitated here. I should have entered earlier on this candle because the idea was a low risk buy right here with the SMT. So it was a turtle soup entry, but I took a bad entry in the turtle soup. I should have entered here. Then I only had 10-point stop loss instead of 25. That makes a big difference if you're going for a low risk. And then the second setup for me was almost A plus. Rejected off the levels that I wanted to see be rejected. We had the SMT, mitigation block for value gap. I mean, yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know. I don't think it is, right? Like I called out what I wanted to see before it happened. It happened exactly as I wanted it to, and then we just lost. You know, it is what it is. You know, that's the thing. Like that's why like, people always say like, oh, maybe you're like overthinking it, or so like, you know, didn't really like. I exactly what I wanted to formed. I called it before. Called it at 10 a.m. I called it at 9:15. So we're gonna wait for price to come into that 15-minute fair value gap here on ES. And then after that, I said I wanted a discount at this range because we expanded. I was like, we can get 10 a.m. open, low, high, close. It formed. I said, if there's no SMT, I won't take a trade. We had a perfect SMT right here. And we rejected off this 1-minute fair value gap. At the time, this is what it looked like. Right, 15-minute fair value gap, SMT at the lows, 1 minute respected nicely. So we didn't get the inversion. So that was a little bit aggressive, sure. And then we had this. SMT held. This time we formed a bullish fair value gap and a mitigation. SMT still held. 1-minute fair value gap held, reinversed. I was like, okay, this is where we're gonna go. Second entry was right there, and we're just wrong. We were just never going. We were just never meant. We were never meant to go up, at least not in that session. So You know, it's fine. We called it out. We were wrong. It is what it is. You know, if it didn't give me I mean, the SMT, like I guess the first entry was a little aggressive, but I don't really care about the P&L. I care more about the idea. You know. So how to improve this trade? You're right, brother. So I put in my journal what I could have done differently. So in terms of the actual trade, the second one, I think the big mistake here was this is the big mistake. So, bro, check what you can do. Try to assess that will help you a lot. I think. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, I mean, I look at those. 930 low was right there. So, like, you know what? Like, for people who said the longs were A plus, I guess the setup here was not that nice. But basically, we took out right. We took out the high of day. Here we took out like 930 low, and there was SMT at 930 low. Like that's a high probability setup. You know, I think you should have been buy side was already swept completely on. Yes. Yeah, you're right. But like, I think something maybe you guys are forgetting is that we just swept sell side, right? Like we just took out all these lows on ES, and there was an SMT. Literally the same thing that happened over here just happened over here. Except this time it happened when I was bullish at a discount array, 15-minute fair value gap plus a 4-hour fair value gap, right? So the same thing that happened here happened right here. Another thing we had on our side was the 10 a.m. candle that opened right here. That's the 10 a.m. open. Look at that high. 5 points. Didn't even take out this high. Didn't form an SMT or anything. That's a low probability high in my opinion. So we had a really nice 10 a.m. open, low, and I was expecting high close. We were just wrong. It is what it is, you know. But we just took out sell side right here, SMT. The only thing is, let me see if did ES do anything after taking sell side? I think that also might have been one of the issues. We had those two up close candles. The second trade, ES did nothing. Well, ES was the weaker asset. We did form a bullish or value gap small one, but no market structure shift or anything. So yeah, like this is what it looked like at the time of my trade, guys. Well, actually, it didn't look like that. It was a little earlier. Shoot, I won't be able to show it. This is what it looked like at the time I took the trade. I feel like that looks pretty high probability, you know? I'm going back above 50%. SMT. Yeah, really nice. I would take it again. That's just me. So someone said you asked what could I have done differently. For starters, could have risked less based on the fact that honestly, well, like no, that was a good trade. I would take it again. You know, how could I have avoided this loss? I don't really think I could have. Yeah, I don't avoiding the loss. I couldn't have because I generally just followed my model. I could have waited for more displacement, but like no, that's enough confirmation for me, especially with the SMT. Like I said, if there was no SMT, I wouldn't have taken the trade. But because there was an SMT at the key level I was looking for, that's a beautiful signature, you know? So I think this is just one of those where I'm gonna lose, you know? My model's not 100% win rate, right? I'm fluctuating around like 50, 60, 70. So the only thing I really could have done differently is risked less on the second trade. I risked 120. I should have risked 2 micros instead of 3. Risked 140 actually. The only thing I could have done differently. I felt a little bit like obligated to make the money back, but even 2 micros would have made the money back. So I don't know why I did 3. That's really the only thing I would go back and do differently if I'm being honest. The first trade I could have got a better entry, sort of entered here, but that doesn't really make a difference in terms of the idea. Hmm. Yeah, no, there's honestly nothing I could have done differently to be honest. We also had the rejection off the regular trading hours gap. It was really good. Yeah, I would do it again. I would do it again, guys. So, but I appreciate the input. Unless one of you guys sees something that I don't see, like, feel free to share. I'm more than happy to take some input. I'm not gonna cry about it. But in my opinion, like, I don't think I could have avoided that really. I could have risked less, but that's about it. We followed the model perfectly. I would genuinely go back and take both those trades again. The first one, I would have go back and get a better entry, short because of higher time frame indeed. Yeah, that is a good short. If you were bearish, like I said, I admittedly so. If you were bearish, if I was bearish, this is exactly what I would have wanted to see. I'd want to see price come up, take buy side, and break down. Simple, very simple. I simply wasn't bearish. Could I have avoided that bias? Could I have seen this and maybe said we're probably not bullish? Hmm, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. Yeah, NQ never entered the key level. She doesn't have to. What time was the reversal? 9:58. I don't know. For me, I feel like that 15-minute was just really good to continue higher. I was expecting those higher time frame objectives on the daily chart. There is another possibility here. If we do end up just ranging and the daily candle closes like this, I could have been prepared for like a ranging day. Like we just kind of go up down, right? So that could be a potential thing to happen. Could have avoided the loss in that sense. But in terms of being bearish, was there anything that screamed at me to be bearish? You're right, Caddy Pan. So if I waited for an inversion there, I could have, and I was thinking about it. But I'll explain the idea of the predicting Monday to come take Monday, Tuesday, Tuesday, close the machine Monday. Probably something like that. I get what you're saying. Um, you're right, Patty Can. So usually I would wait for the inversion there, but I'll tell you why I didn't in this specific case. It was right here, right? This is why I could have waited for this inversion. You're right, and that would have been a great confirmation. Now, my original idea was to long right here at a low risk. So basically, I would be longing on this candle's close or the next candle low, and my stop would only be 14 points. So I thought I could catch a really nice bottom here. So whether greedy or not, we also had like this setup is fine. This 1 minute fair value gap being closed above, I was like, oh yeah, we caught a really nice reversal here. So I was kind of anticipating the inversion. I guess in hindsight, if I did wait for the inversion, would have avoided both those losses. Maybe not the second one actually, but I guess maybe there. Yeah, I guess was the confirmation just not strong enough? Basically, but the thing is, the issue about that first one was I entered here. We didn't even close above 50%. So I could have waited for that close. But then if I waited for that close, like I should have, if I was gonna do that idea, I should have done it here. After waiting for the second candle, I should have waited for the full inversion because it just negates the whole purpose of entering there in the first place. And Gooby also respects the of M1, FEG, and SMT. Yeah, and there's an RT. The RTH low is like right here as well. It's like right here or something. Like let's show. Let's show it. Where's the RTH gap? Open. Yeah, right there. So oh, we didn't actually touch it. We touched it on the second entry. That's the RTH gap low. I thought this was gonna be like a perfect sniper. I've seen this enough times where like the 930 fair value gap comes down, we get SMT in it, and that's your sniper entry. I've seen it enough times to be like, to anticipate this to probably happen. It just didn't work out this time. I could have waited for the inversion. The thing is, I could have waited for the inversion, but another reason I didn't is because I feel like we easily could have just went into here. And if I waited for that inversion, I would also kind of have to wait for this one. Like, I guess the 1 minute inversion is a good confluence, but we could just be coming into OTE. And then what? Am I going to wait for both? Like, if we're going to reverse, like what I'm saying is the probability of the inversion, if this inverses and this doesn't, like I feel like the probabilities are still the same of it going down. The only difference is my risk is worse because I have to put my stop loss here. So I took the entry here. So maybe call it FOMO. I don't know. The second entry was also really good because we still had the SMT, right? I would have expected it if it wanted to go lower to just come out and take the lows, but it didn't. It fell short, right? Respected the 1 minute fair value gap, came back, fell to take this low. Yeah, we inversed it, but then we re-inversed it. So I just saw this as like coloring outside the lines. And where did we trade to? RTH gap low, right there. Perfect. Expansion. That's your training state of delivery because there was SMT. Market structure shift. Reinverse the fair value gap. That's a mitigation block. Not only did this low fail to take this one, this low also failed to take this one. To me, that was high probability. I thought, okay, we're going. We're going, you know? We also formed a bullish fair value gap. So, yeah, it was really nice, in my opinion. And then, boom! Wrong. Simply wrong. Could I have avoided this on the 2 minute? We didn't even go up. We really just like, it looks like we literally just went out to fake my ass, you know? Like, where did we go up to? There was no fair value gap. There was no, is there a 4 minute? Oh, I guess the 4 minute fair value gap, I guess the 4 minute fair value gap. Was there a 5 minute? There was no 5 minute. We didn't even tap into the 5 minute. So like literally the only thing you could have been like, oh, it was just retracing to the 4 minute. It's just, if the SMT wasn't there, I don't want to say it's unlucky, but right. It's what exactly what we predicted happened. So I'm not gonna complain because my prediction was wrong. I would take that trade every time. Exactly what I wanted to see happened. So it is what it is, You ain't gonna win them all. Simply ain't gonna win them all. And we're still up on the accounts. We don't need to thread. I'll show you guys the accounts. We have less drawdown to work with now because we have, right? The max drawdown is 1,060. We're at 400. So someone do that math. What is that? 1,400 to work with, or 1,350. So 1,350. We'll be risking around 200 per trade. We got about 6 trades before we lose the whole account, right? Let's just say we risk 200 on the next trade, right? And we hit 2R. That's already 400. So all of that will be negated, and we'll be back at 2,000. I pretty rarely close a trade. Usually when I win, it's way more than 2R. Like it's 2R and then partials. So if I hit like 3R on my next trade, it's totally fine. If I catch a nice buy day or a sell day, we're done. Like, that's kind of how my model works. Like when I'm right, I really catch really good wins. I would like to increase my win rate a little, like to be more consistently around 60 to 70. Right now I'm like fluctuating 50, 60, 70, but that'll come with time. Immediate rebalance there. Trading back above the sell side. Interesting. I mean, maybe we weren't wrong today, Maybe we weren't wrong. Who knows? Maybe we just, wanted to go deeper. Strong wick. Possible. I guess we'll find out if today's buy day or sell day. Check out this range and see. But I think I'm done for today, guys. So unless anyone has any questions, we'll be back live tomorrow. Hopefully we can make that loss back. Hopefully we can follow the model we can. Just looking at this, let's look at this in the 5 minute. We'll just keep this open. I'm just curious to see what happens. Your hive day. All right, guys. Doesn't look like anyone has questions. Everyone who joined. So Wang, Jerry, Ethan, Caddy, Pan, Inc, FP5. I think you're new. I don't know if you're new, but I appreciate your input, brother. Yusuf, my man. Joshy, Cypher Fiber, Druv. I'm just gonna say Fatima. Who else joined? Richard, my man. J Wade. Some people caught wins, so that's really good. Who took trades today? I don't know if anyone's here. I'm gonna do a poll. Win, loss, no trade. Win, loss, no trade. Did you guys trade today? Do you guys trade when I'm live? Do you guys just learn? Do you guys just watch? A win on GBP. Nice, brother. How's my trade on Euro GBP going? Looks pretty good. I'd want to see this inverse for it to be confirming higher prices. There's SMT here with CHF, GBP. You got a win on NQ short. Nice. You faded me. Nice. That's really good. Do you trade ICT here? Win, loss, no trade. Most people won. Nice, guys. Did you trade ICT? Nice. So you took that 2022 model kind of breaker. Started 4 months ago. Only paper trading for now. That's good. That's really good. Wow. No, that's so good. That's amazing. You're on the right path. That's really good. It's good that you're able to see that. That was really good. You know what? If I was bearish, I would say that was. I always like to do this. I feel like this is toxic. But hypothetically speaking, let's just say hypothetically speaking, right? Hypothetically speaking, we took this short. I like doing this. I feel like it's toxic. But let's just say hypothetically speaking, all right? And honestly, I probably would have full closed here off the SMT. So hypothetically speaking, where was the SMT? Was right there. So let's just say hypothetically we close right there at 1013. I'm just curious to see if I did take that short. Stop loss would have been right there. So 72 points. One loss, but I'm in the second one long targeting one high. Good luck, brother. Maybe you can probably get a good retracement. Thanks for luck. That's good. I'm glad they help you. That's one thing I can definitely help people with. Like if there's any confusion about an ICT concept or there's something you can't see or and that is one thing I can guarantee help you with. 72 points, 3 micros. I don't know why I always do that. Like I just want to see like if I was on the right side, how much would I have made? So we're just fluctuating in this account now. I want to see like a nice clean run above 1,000 on each account. But we'll see. Time will tell. What if I take two and put a no, I mean, there's nowhere to put stop loss here, so really I would just take what would have taken full profits there. Well, I guess we'll find out. Is this whole move gonna reverse in the PM session? Or if we get something like this, something like that, we could get another pullback. Form a nice fair value gap. In paper trading, what's up, Antonio? I'm paper trading right now. It did for 2 day up 25%. Should I aim for 100%? Should I aim for plus 100% to start IRL? What I would do if you plan on doing prop firms is I would simply, once you have your entire model, just trade on demo, following your model and your risk management strategy, right? So let's say your model is whatever 2022 model, 2 trades per day max. You have your risk management, your money management plan all sorted out. Follow it on demo. Set the rules of the combine. So for top step 50K, they give you like 2,000 drawdown. You got to make 3,000. So literally come here, right? If you have a paper trading account here or whatever you use for paper trading, reset your account, say 2,000, right? If you risk 10% per trade of this amount, right? You're gonna do this, and that's how I passed mine. I did this 3 times. I passed 3 times, so I was like, okay, I feel ready to go. That was enough for me. Some people say you have to demo for like 6 months. I don't understand why. I don't think you need that. I will say when you do trade live, a lot of emotions will come, but as long as you follow the model, it doesn't matter. You'll learn from those emotions. You'll lose. You'll face it. You'll get better. I feel like I'm getting better with losing. So the journaling really helps me with my losses, to be honest. Like when I lose and I just journal and I just like let it out, it kind of helps. Not that much, but I've seen it work enough times to where I know, like, the next one will be right. So, my man, you taking trade today? 2 losses today, man. 2 losses. Minus 350 on the accounts. Around minus 50. 1 minute US bearish SMT here, 2022. Right there. Oh, nice, yeah. We didn't even get into a discount in the range, but yeah, I mean, if you're bearish, I don't take trades like that, but valid. That is an SMT. Check out the lows there. Holy, 10.3 low. Is that a 15-minute sell side or? So we got to bounce back. We're gonna have to bounce back. Tomorrow we'll decrease the risk a little bit. We'll go back to like 2-3 micros. Why should I only do 2 trades? Found good doing a lot. Well, it's up to you, brother. You do a lot. Whatever your model is. For me, how, brother, did you miss your entry or bias problem? It was just the narrative. Like my model formed, right? My model formed really nicely. Right, SMT right here. I took this long turtle soup off this 1 minute fair value gap, and then I also took this mitigation block right here, the failure swing, and the SMT was still valid. So 2 trades, same idea, both wrong, came lower. Do I think my bias is wrong? I think it's possible we still go higher. I'm not really convinced that this is the high, but we'll see. We'll have to find out. But nothing wrong with the trades. I would take them again. I've taken them thousands of times. I would take it, I would take it again. So no worries there. All right, guys. I'm gonna go make some breakfast. Gonna go for a swim. What else I want to do? Breakfast, swim, and I'll probably work out later. Watch some ICT. Take care, Fatima. Hope your journey goes well. See your brother Rohit. Caddy Pan, see you, my man. Always coming in here. Appreciate you, my brother. Peace out, guys. If you have any questions, ask me in the Discord. Peace.